Quick safety note before we get started. Don't be stupid when handling your acids and bases, as they can be quite dangerous.
Also, make sure that you have a proper personal protection equipment, otherwise known as PPE, which are safety goggles.
Otherwise known as PPE, which are safety goggles.
So the materials needed for pH meter calibration and use are as follows. We have before us 400 milliliter beakers. We also have our hydrochloric acid and basic solutions. And then over here in these little vials, we have our 3 buffer solutions. We have the 4.01, we have the 7.01, and we have the 10 buffer solution. So there we go. And the most important part is the pH meter. See, it has the pH, and then we have a laptop with Logger Pro software that we'll be using to measure that. With some distilled water, otherwise known as deionized water, we want to rinse the pH meter and unscrew this guy and make sure that it's reading about 7 for the pH, because that's the pH of water, to make sure everything's working good with it. So with some distilled water, otherwise known as deionized water, we want to rinse the pH meter and unscrew this guy. It's reading about 6.9. Oh, there we go. Okay. Here, stick it in the water. Perfect. No.
There could be stuff in that beaker.
Yeah.
You're right.
So now that our pH meter is rinsed off with DI water, we're going to make sure it's working properly with these 3 buffer solutions. We're going to start with the buffer solution that should be a pH of 4. And we're just going to unscrew the lid here, place it into one of the 4 beakers, and then we're going to read it with the pH meter. And as you can see, it reads about 4. And now we're going to continue with the other 2.
Make sure you rinse your pH meter with DI water between every single test of a different solution, like so.
So now that we know that our pH meter is properly working, we're going to test the pHs of a couple unknown solutions. So this is the first one. So now we'll test the pH of the first solution. And we can see it is incredibly basic at about 1.4 pH.
That's acidic.
No.
Okay, so now we'll test the pH of this unknown solution. And we can see it is pretty acidic at a pH of approximately 1. That's a good one.
It's the closest so far.
Make sure your pH is reading 7 with distilled water.
Okay.
In between every single solution tested. So now that our pH is reading 7 with distilled water, we're ready to test our next solution.
So what have we gotten done?
Everything.
All of it.
Okay. Well, hi, I'm Jonathan. Majoring in biomed sciences, microbiology, and doing triple minor, so this is fun. And yeah, just living it up in the chem lab. So.
I'm Alex. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. And that's Go Rams. Thank
You.
For
Watching.